All right, guys. So we are going to talk about our best sale of the year. It is the Elvis shirt. Pretty crazy sale. We sold it for $1,750, and yeah, that was probably. I thought we might beat that sale with something else.
Yeah,
It
I was
was back
hoping,
in February.
but we actually found our best item at the very start of the year in January.
Yeah.
Now it's the end of year, so we figured we'd finally share the story about how we found the Elvis shirt. Because I think we kind of showed us finding it, but there's like a lot of backstory.
Yep.
So basically, I think Steve was the one who found the estate sale. And it was in, the end or middle of January, and it was very, very cold. So I wasn't too thrilled to wake up so early to go to this estate sale.
You said you weren't going, and then I had to kind of talk you into
it. Yeah, talk me into going. And this was all the way in Chicago. It was like a nice Chicago old bungalow type of house. And we had to park all the way down a couple blocks. And yeah, it was just hard to get there. It was a struggle. Anyway, so we get there
because there was so many people there that there was no parking. We parked all the way far away, and then we had to come back to check in on our spot.
This was one of our first Chicago estate sales too. So we didn't really know what to expect, but we ended up being numbered like 50 or 60. And so we waited. We actually went for a walk and waited in the car a bit and stuff until we thought like our number was up, and we'd keep checking and more people would be coming out, and some people stayed in there for hours. So this was a long wait for this estate sale. And this estate sale, it was kind of like a older hoarder.
No, this wasn't the hoarders one.
Oh, it wasn't?
This was the one where they had a lot of stuff.
A lot of tins.
But it was they had a lot of stuff, but it wasn't like, it's just collectors.
Yeah,
they were
it was
collectors.
a collector type of house.
They didn't throw anything out.
Wanted to go for like trucks or something.
I wanted to go for some pressed steels, and I actually found a couple good pressed steel toys there. Some of them that I sold for pretty good money, but nothing sold for as much as the Elvis single stitch shirt.
So we get there, so we're number 6050. We finally get in, and Steve went somewhere. I think he went in the basement, and I went to the attic. The attic was like really old and very cramped to get up there. It was very dusty, and they did have a lot of vintage clothes, but there was like racks of clothes. But I turned, and there was like tables of antiques type of toys and things. And right on the table, laid out as if someone was already looking at it, was the Elvis single stitch shirt. And I saw it, and I'm like, it looks like brand new, like not a mark on it. It's just laid out over a bunch of dirty toys. I'm like, oh wow, that's single stitch. Maybe I'll get $50 or $100 for it. I'm gonna put it in my little bag. So anyway, so I kind of forgot about the shirt, and I was looking at other stuff. I think there were some toys and stuff. And then I texted Steve to come upstairs. He was looking at the cars that were there that he completely forgot about. And then it was time to go. So we were checking out, and I completely forgot about the Elvis shirt. I was more concerned about my toys, and like they didn't price anything, so I had no clue until I got to the table how much the stuff was going to be. And so I asked him, how much is this box of toys going to be? And he said 30. I'm like, 30 for a bunch of broken toys? And I haggled him down to $20, not realizing like that my Elvis shirt was in there. I forgot I put it in there.
It's nestled between the dirty shoulders and the Fisher Price, just the random stuff.
$1,000 Elvis shirt.
But we didn't know what it was.
With a bunch of dirty toys, but I didn't know. Anyway, so we get home, and I think I'm like tired. I'm like gonna go take a nap. And Steve's up there looking up this stuff, and he's like, Julie, you won't believe how much your Elvis shirt's worth. I'm like, really? Because he looks up on WorthPoint to see. Like,
I look up on Google, WorthPoint. I spend the high-end items. I spend a couple hours. We kind of
have an idea, or like kind of guess, like we know when something looks good, but when we get home, that's when we really price check. So he told me like, oh, this is like $1,000 shirt that's sold on WorthPoint. It has the Woolworth tag still on it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then he priced it high, like $2,000
$2,000, yeah.
$2,000. And then within 3 weeks we got an offer from a guy in Australia who has an Elvis museum in Australia. So that was pretty cool. He wanted $1,800. So we were like, okay, this seems like a legit buyer. He's not.
He offered us. So what happened first was he offered us. He said, I'm a collector. I have some of these shirts in my collections. I'd be interested in offering $1,000 on the shirt. And that's a pretty good price. I was pretty happy with that, but I've seen them sell. I've seen the used one sell for in that price range. So I knew we had something in ours that was new. It had the little tag in it. I was thinking we're probably closer to $2,000. So I said, hey, let's do 1,750. And he said, yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
And yeah, it was kind of scary shipping it out international. We had to insure it and dropping it off. I remember I was just like the Holy Grail.
I double boxed it, but it was good. It worked out. He got his shirt and everything worked out. But that was our best sale. So a whole box of toys plus the shirt, $30. So I'm gonna just say I got it for free because.
Or put a dollar tag on it or whatever. Yeah. So that's.
So $1 into 1,750, which is a pretty good score, and that was right in the beginning of the year. So I'm excited for this month in January. I'm hoping for some more good Chicago estate sales.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our story. Yeah. Elvis shirt.
Were you like surprised? You were probably pretty surprised once you found out what the price tag on it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that was gonna be my best item. I thought some of my toys were good. I can't remember exactly what I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely not the one I thought was the winner. But like, I didn't even know. I thought maybe I knew it was single stitch. Like I thought maybe $100.
I thought it was like maybe 100, maybe 150. But then
it's the first rock shirt. It's the first
whatever
rock
they
shirt.
call it, it's a very highly sought after
the first Elvis shirt.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so much money.
Yeah, there is one on eBay right now in like really worn condition for like $600, I think, auction.
Yeah. Now I have to try to beat that. I have to try to find something worth more.
Yeah, usually we're happy to find stuff that will give us like $50, $100 profit.
Yeah.
You know, you gather a couple of those items and you're good for the day.
That was my best item.
All right, well, hopefully this year you'll have another great story.
Yeah, I hope so.
To share with our viewers. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And send us a comment. What's the coolest thing you ever found, or what kind of stuff do you look for in thrift stores? And thanks, Julie, for doing the video. And I will check in with you guys in the next one. And
bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See you next year.